Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
She lied, and I should have known better when I seen her hair.
I got it. What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense. I'm here for another video, and I gotta do this real quick. I gotta let the people on Instagram know that we're here. Y'all, it's a one-man show around here. So I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not usually here on a Friday night, but I saw Dwayne Wade, and we had to talk about it. No, I'm kidding. One of my friends, Storm and Rhoa, actually got a call in, an interview with R. Kelly. So we definitely got to talk about that. Insane. Absolutely insane. Who gets that? The last time that man had an interview was Gayle King. So the fact that he got it, and I'm actually fond of him. We're actually cool. I was like, I'm going to show support. He has showed me support, so we got to talk about it because it was actually pretty crazy. Anytime you get him calling in, that's crazy. But let's start with the basic stuff. Jen Shah getting sentenced. I don't really care. I think she probably should have got a longer sentence. And I'm going to be mad. Oh, y'all was saying done. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Definitely hit the like button as you guys come in. We got about 50 people in the room. We should get 50 likes. I don't think... It's a free way to support my channel, and YouTube is not going to monetize this one because of we're talking about you know who. Anyway, Jen Shah getting sentenced 6.5 years. Anytime that you choose to go after a disenfranchised group, I don't have any concern for what goes on with you. I understand she has a young son, but her young son, her husband, all these people benefited off the backs of elderly people. So we gotta really think about that. Jen Shah is nobody's victim. On top of that, of course, the court system gave her more time because she was thumping her nose. She was telling people she was innocent. It was justice for Jen Shah hashtags. Mind you, nobody was actually saying justice for Jen Shah. The hashtags, the buttons. Then she wanted to say that the government was wrong for going into her house with like guns and taking out her son, but at the same time, you showed us the footage. So it wasn't about your son getting embarrassed, and you literally were a flight risk. Like, miss me with all that. So you guys can put in the comments if you even care about Jen Shah. Because as far as what I've been seeing, nobody cares about what goes on with that lady. But thank y'all for being with me on a Friday night. I know y'all could be relaxing, having a drink with some loved ones. Turn that speaker down a little bit. Anyway, let's move on to Miss Kenya Moore. So I get notifications all the time about Kenya because Queen Kenya is like my ultimate favorite housewife, beautiful chocolate woman, just like everything that you would want in a reality star. She's doing this new show, Special Forces. I haven't watched it yet, but she definitely is one of those people who likes a challenge. She doesn't even care that she doesn't have any makeup on, which most housewives would definitely have an issue with that. I can't show you that, but I think it's on Fox, and I think it aired yesterday. So, excuse me, the full episode is actually on YouTube. You can look it up and Google the full episode. I don't know if you guys have been watching. I just knew she want to get at least 10. R. Kelly take. I can't put that one on the screen. But yeah, we got about 80 people in here. Hit that like button, y'all. So let's move to Kenya because we got to remind people that all black people do not look alike. I don't know if you guys saw my short or not, but let me show you what I mean. And y'all can let me know how you thought Kenya handled this.
True queen who just may have the best catchphrases on television. This former Miss USA's beauty and brains personified as an entrepreneur, beauty mogul, philanthropist, actress, producer, and mother. She is special. She's a force. She's the extraordinary Miss Kenya.
Oh my God, the last photo
that was not Kenya. That was not you.
Someone needs to do.
That last photo, guys, was Amara La Negra from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Yes, Kenya is an actress. Don't do it. Fifi, don't do it. Kenya Summermore is an actress. You better check her credentials. Bernice says, I watched the first 2 episodes of the show and she's doing good so far. She's a very physical person. Remember, she met Matt when they were at the gym. But let's go back.
And joining us this morning is a true queen who just may have the best catchphrases on television. This former Miss USA's beauty and brains personified as an entrepreneur, beauty mogul, philanthropist, actress, producer, and mother. She is special. She's a force. She's the extraordinary Miss Kenya Moore.
Oh my God, the last photo
that was not Kenya. That was not you.
Someone needs to be canceled.
I know. Seriously, do we all look alike? But that's a pretty picture, though.
Yes, but
because
it wasn't me.
It just looks like one of your disco party things. Maybe that's why. Whoever did that,
fired.
Just saying, but that was not you. But
yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
gracing us with your beauty, your presence.
Thank you.
And okay, so I said to myself, why would she even?
Okay, y'all. She handled that with class, with grace. Kenya is definitely, y'all will not be arguing in the comments with, she's an actress. Ain't nobody checking for bleach skin, Shah. This woman, you better check her credentials. Erica, you better check her credentials. That's all I'm saying. The intern was me. Y'all won't sit here and do Kenya. Y'all will not sit here and do Kenya like this. This woman deserves some respect. Exactly, Bernice. Team twirl all day. Y'all didn't see waiting. Exactly. Twa. Whatever that show she produced on Housewives. Life twirls on. She's very famous. Very, very famous. What's up, Roy? I haven't watched it. You probably would like it, Kadi. It's like special forces kidnap you, take you. I think they're in like the Middle East. No makeup, no television. They have to sleep on the sand. It's crazy. John Lowe, you tried it. We love our self-proclaimed Fifi. I can't clap because this microphone picks up. What you won't do is Kenya Moore on Beyonce's internet tonight. That's what you won't do. Not by twirl. We are not gonna have exactly not today and not any other day. Well, basically, I thought that was funny. She took it well, but we don't all look alike. Amara La Negra is beautiful and she is chocolate, but every chocolate person on the red carpet is not going to be Kenya Moore. I mean, both are very, very beautiful women. Definitely. Amara's on Love and Hip Hop Miami, which I'm really surprised that show is even still on, but whatever. Yes, the real Beyonce internet. I like Kenya. Carolyn, because you have good taste. Because you have good taste, Carolyn. I can see that in you. I can see that in you. Okay. So I saw this picture and so Gabrielle Union and uh her husband are a power couple. Everybody knows who they are. Dwayne Wayne took this photo shoot, and y'all, I couldn't help myself. Are feet supposed to be brown? Because y'all tell me, I could definitely be wrong, but are feet supposed to be brown? Now, somebody had said maybe they were painted brown, but do people typically paint their feet brown? Y'all let me know in the comments because I don't want to put my foot in my mouth on this one. Is this a turn on, ladies? Gentlemen, let me know. As a virgin, I don't really know. But is this a turn on? Would you? The question is, these are the feet that have Gabrielle eating his groceries. So y'all tell me. Not where are his toes? Yeah, those are terrible. It's time for Gab and Wade to log on. He's too rich for that. Look at my dad. Look like my dad's feet. Okay, yeah. So athletes have different kind of feet. Maybe he should have painted the toenails. Foot fungus, feet brown. Oh, his nails. They come in all apparently. Oh, what's up, Trent? Trent got it, y'all. Trent got a new avatar picture. Watch out now. His toes look painted bronze. I don't honestly think that is paint. I think that's just his feet, which I have some. All right, Mella. Are your toes painted brown? Let me know what's going on. I am virginal. You mean his toenails? That's what I meant. Sorry. Not brown feet, brown toenails. Thank you, Cotty. Let me clarify. Brown toenails. I have brown feet. Are we still that this man is straight? Well, word on the curb is that before Gabrielle Union was eating his, we'll say, groceries, she was eating Juan Dixon's groceries. Apparently, Juan Dixon has a type. Apparently, Juan Dixon, we all know Robin, eats his groceries now, but apparently, Juan Dixon definitely does have a type. And like the bottom of his feet, absolutely not. So y'all are saying y'all could not get? Who's colorist? Bamboo, who's colorist? What happened? Is something in the comments being colorist? Oh, are we talking about me saying brown feet? Sorry. Blame the Casa del Sol. I meant brown toenails. Are y'all just catching up to that? A lot of players have hideous feet. That is nail polish. I don't think so. I'll have to do a closer zoom in whenever I drop the link. But let me tell you what the people are saying about. It said them toes is different. No shoes is crazy. Son, I thought that was Michael Black's. This ain't it. Them toes tough. Them some hard working feet. Pinky toe throwing up signs. Let's see. My man feet look like he played barefoot all his career. Okay, Deontay. Them toes barking. You so wrong for this. What in the hawk feet is going on there? He can snatch a fish out the stream with them things. So this person wants to know, has anyone stopped dating someone because of their feet? Now, I wanted to point that question out to y'all. Are you guys feet people? Or, I mean, because there are a lot of people who like feet, a lot of people who like natural feet. I'm not personally a foot person, although every time I go to get my if I go get a pedicure, the lady says, "Oh, I have such nice feet." I don't know. She might just be looking for a better tip, but that's what the people say. Trent said Juan's assistant coach has a type too. Thank you for the super chat. Oh yeah, I don't get the toenails. Oh, not Kobe's feet. That Teresa, we can't go there. Dwayne's feet are like a rocky road. Basketball players have terrible feet from all the running. I mean, yeah, once you're an athlete, your toes are probably going to take a beating. But he could have put some socks on. He could have put some nice shoes on for this picture. He's letting it all hang out. Gabby probably licks them toes on her way up. On her way up. I've seen some jacked up feet in men. I'm a tooth person. You need all of them. No ugly toes can touch my body. Not a deal breaker. I mean, people could put socks on. A lot of people don't have like the best feet. He got some hammer times. Belize is not feeling it. Juanita, are you excited about that? I have dumped dudes off their feet. I offered to pay for mani-pedis, but he said tops don't do that. Let me read that again. I have dumped dudes off their feet. I offered to pay for mani-pedis, but he said Robin Dixons don't do that. What's up? Hey, Cheryl, military have bad feet also. I mean, if you're working on your feet and all that, wearing them boots, they should have taken the photo from the ankles up. Hey, Angela, what's up, Cheryl? BJ, look, guys, she has over 39 appearances documented from the 90s. Oh, you're talking about Kenya. Look, guys, she has over 39 appearances documented from the 90s, early 2000s, from Martin to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Look, when I was growing up, you didn't see darker skinned women on TV. Kenya one is the finest. All right, BJ, we see each other. Definitely. Stephen Curry has good feet. Dwayne just has hard feet. Okay, so y'all are, I mean, feet shouldn't necessarily be a deal breaker, but I'm pretty sure, but I think him and Gabby experiment. So I could definitely see her, licking them toes. So another thing, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Gabby does not play about her man at all. Her and Boosie have a long-standing feud because Boosie has taken umbrage with their trans daughter Zaya Wade. And so this was the most recent clapback that Gabby had about him.
Sorry, Boosie. He's so preoccupied.
Yeah, he is. Very
It's
much
almost
so.
like thou doth protest too much, little Booze.
What's good? What's happening? It's your man, No Sleep Wilson, until hip hop give you all.
Basically, she's calling Boosie gay. She's saying that Boosie is way too preoccupied with her man, and that's it. So Boosie has now responded to Gabby, but we're not going to go through all the back and forth. Gabby is a very protective Robin Dixon. For those of you that haven't picked up on it, anytime I'm going to say the word top, I'm now going to use Robin Dixon. Somebody said I need to leave that lady alone. I love Robin. Okay, so let's move on to the meat and potatoes of this and why I came on tonight. My friend Storm Monroe got, I guess, like a call in from R. Kelly. So let me take this off. And we are going to actually play it before I drop the link. Now, guys, every time I talk about a black person, a rapper, Megan Thee Stallion, I get demonetized. So if you choose to support the channel, you don't have to. Cash apps and super chats are a great way to do it because this is going to be demonetized. Anytime I've done videos on Tasha K and versus Cardi B, they demonetize my videos. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe Tasha K has something where they see her name, automatic demonetization. So we're going all out. Excuse me. I don't love Robin. She's protecting her child as she should. I mean, I don't even think it's a fair fight because Gabrielle is so like quick-witted and she's on it. So Boosie, you know, he didn't really have a chance. Let me take this off. Also, I'm going to share this with you guys, but definitely check out Storm Monroe's channel. I will link it and I will actually, on my community tab, I will put the video there as well so you can check it out. He is making major moves. The last time anybody actually even got R. Kelly was like Gayle King. So the fact that this dude on YouTube got it is a really big deal. And I'm here to support him in any way that I can. He's definitely supported my channel. He's a really cool guy. Not the feed. Let me share this.
In 2019, I was arrested, of course. And in 2019, during the time I was being detained at the BOP MCC, there was a disciplinary hearing officer that's like a judge in the prison that was accessing my records illegally. And she did it 153 times. She then shared that with a blogger, a YouTube blogger by the name of Tasha K. Tasha K mentioned that she shared all of my information with government witnesses' parents and government witnesses on her podcast. I didn't know anything about this until I was 3 weeks away from my verdict in New York. That Tasha K had shared my information with.
Ma'am, that doesn't change the fact that what you did with them children. If he is thinking that that one correctional officer who shared his information and broke the law is a way to get out of doing the time that he deserves, he's slower than I thought.
The government witness in my case in New York.
Wow.
I knew nothing about it until I got to Chicago, and it was in the Sun-Times and in the Tribune that this had happened. And the reason it proved to be true is because they were quoting verbatim everything that Tasha K said that I was saying to my girlfriend on this same phone I'm talking to you on.
You're talking about Azriel, right?
I can't name any names because that's my case.
Okay.
Okay. But you're just gonna have to, Storm, to kind of like put it together.
Yeah, I got you.
But the only thing I can say is that you're not supposed to do that.
Y'all, he speaks like a 8-year-old. Like, it's really sad. John Lowe, thank you so much for joining the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm going to do some members only lives really, really soon. I've done some really cool giveaways to say thank you. We have a good time over here. We're definitely a family. You will need to like Kenya more, though. Thank you so much.
Okay, it's okay to have witnesses on stands and cases and all of that, no problem. But they're not supposed to be scorned witnesses. They're not supposed to be witnesses that's mad at you because they may have seen some emails and heard some phone calls between you and another woman. That is not how you're supposed to get your witnesses or have your witnesses. And that's what happened to me. You know, and when I found this out, I immediately let my attorneys know, and they checked into it. Come to find out there was actually a search warrant done on the BOP officer. And they called her Officer A. It's 4 years later, and I still don't know who Officer A is. It's 4 years later. Officer A was never arrested. Tasha K was never arrested or faced any kind of charges for witness tampering or computer theft or showing my illegal law enforcement information to witnesses. It's a crime to even access those records.
Okay, guys, so he is definitely telling the truth. There was a correctional officer who allegedly was selling this information to Tasha K, but I mean, we don't know exactly how much she sold it for, and that's still alleged at this point. He's telling the truth, but he's such a trash box that I don't really care. I know that sounds bad, but I don't care. What he did to Portia, you know, I can sleep at night knowing what he did to Portia because Portia was a willing participant in that. What he did to those children is the problem, Trent, and you know it.
Yes, it is.
There is a search warrant that exists. I don't know if the public knows about it, but it is public knowledge. See, man, yes, I have a court case in New York. Even though I can't go into that court case or talking about that court case, but those are the facts. There's a search warrant that exists. The search warrant cannot be executed unless a judge signs off on it. So obviously a judge thought that it was enough probable cause to even sign off on the search warrant to be executed on the BOP officer. Now, I don't know Tasha K or whoever. I'm not mad at these people. I just don't think that they understand how the law is supposed to work.
Right.
You can't tamper with witnesses, federal witnesses in a federal case. You can't be showing them contraband and illegal contraband off the system here.
The law also says that you're not supposed to do anything with children.
Private phone calls or my private emails or information. That you can't do. And those things were done. You know, because, you know, your girlfriend don't go from... This call is from a federal prison. Reporting you in the beginning of your trial. And me being arrested for 6 months straight and then out of nowhere flip on me within 3 weeks. And all of a sudden want to allow me and say all of this stuff. It just doesn't happen. Somebody you've been with for, you know, for years. And all of this time I've been trying to figure out why. But when I come back to Chicago after being convicted and sentenced and staring down the barrel of 30 years of my life in a damn bathroom, I found out that my information was being shared with, you know, witnesses. And it was being shared by the Tasha K. So,
why are you out of breath, sir?
Officer, disciplinary hearing officer, which is a judge in the Bureau of Prisons. How do you even know a YouTube blogger These questions you have to ask yourself. These questions people have to ask themselves. And I'm not gonna lie. I don't have anything bad against the DOT. I don't have anything. I'm not mad or anything, or have anything against law enforcement or anything. I just have something against this one individual who accessed illegally my records 153 times. And on that same day, the affidavit said that there were 60 other DOT employees that accessed my records illegally on that same day. So there you have 61 DOT employees that work for federal that illegally access my records, my phone calls, my emails.
Maybe he is out of breath because him and Tori had just met up.
And when you talk to your, just put it like this, when you talk to your female, I'm kind of pausing because I want to make sure that I don't go into my case.
Right.
Excuse me for that.
No, you're fine.
But to give you a scenario, if you tell one woman, hey, I'm going to give you the money, you put the money behind the blue couch, and because the other lady is spending the money, and she's not supposed to be spending it because I need that money for lawyers. So you're being more responsible. You take the money, put it behind the blue couch, and don't tell her, just hold it and use that for emergencies or if I need anything or pay bills or whatever. The other woman is not supposed to know the very next day.
So guys, what he's saying is what you can't take from Tasha K is she stayed on his neck. Tasha K stayed on R. Kelly's neck. That's how I found her channel. When she was talking about his conversations and she was putting out there that he said to one girlfriend this and the next girlfriend that, I guess R. Kelly was getting in trouble with his girlfriends and he thinks that we give a damn. We don't. We don't give a damn at all if you got in trouble with the girlfriend. We just care that you get in trouble with the law and you're going to stay behind bars. That's all we care about. He still has this celebrity mentality. He says things like, I'm just living in a bathroom. Yes, you were on top of the world until you chose to break the law and violate people. Yes, you are living in what you consider a bathroom because at his height, R. Kelly had mansions in Atlanta, mansions in Chicago, all of this money just flowing through for this decadent lifestyle, for all of his horrible proclivities.
Where that money is.
Right.
I'm not supposed to get a call, which I did from my girl saying they took the money, they left a note saying F you and F him, I'm going to do what I have to do. These things is happening. These things happened in 2019, and then I get another visit from the woman who took the money, and she tells me, since when did you start giving her the money, and why did you tell her to put it behind the couch and not tell me?
He is really dumb.
Don't lie to me. I heard the phone call.
Extremely dumb.
So
this
in 2019, I'm trying to figure out how the hell did she hear that
is
phone
an
call?
ignorant ass mofo.
In 2019, I'm trying to
He thinks we
figure out
care
why would she tell me in the
that his
last
girlfriends
visit
are fighting.
Oh, and since when did you start calling her Cookie?
His girlfriends, like I really want you guys
how the hell did she know I call her Cookie?
I really want you guys to understand this man who has been charged with so many crimes against minors is really complaining to Storm Monroe that his girlfriends know the nicknames that he has for each of them. In addition to that, women are okay with maintaining a relationship with this man in federal prison, knowing what he's done to so many people, and are only concerned about the nicknames that he calls the other one. If this ain't some Portia Williams shit, I don't know what is. If this isn't some Portia shit, I don't know what is.
She say, don't lie to me. I fucking saw the emails. Excuse my language. I saw the fucking emails. That's what she said. And why would you tell your lawyer that you're not leaving her for me? Well, I did actually have that conversation with my lawyer. And now I'm trying to figure out how the hell she heard this. She say, I don't give a fuck. I know your voice. You cannot fucking lie to me. I know your voice.
Language.
Well, I wasn't debating whether she knew my voice or not. I was in my mind trying to figure out, in 2019, how did she know?
Yeah.
Well, in 2019, a BOP disciplinary hearing officer was illegally accessing my phone calls, my emails, and sharing them with Tasha K. Tasha K said it on her own podcast, on platform, that she's sharing that information with government witnesses, Terrence. While one of the government witnesses was sitting there with Tasha K on the internet, there's a picture of it. It's a go figure, Storm, man.
What is a go figure?
That's not how witnesses are supposed to be on the stand.
Is that like a GoFundMe?
They're mad, scorned because they saw some emails between a man and another woman or things like that. Because now they have a room to lie and get mad and say whatever the hell they want to say in the midst of their anger.
Guys, we got almost 250 people here and we only have like 100 likes. So guys, please hit the like button. It definitely helps my channel. I definitely appreciate it. It lets YouTube know that we're here tonight. So let's try to get to at least 200 likes. We'll pause this really quick, do a quick little commercial. Hit the like button, guys. It's free.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dream. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
She lied, and I should have known better when I seen her hair.
I gotta feel. Okay, we're back. Y'all definitely hit that like button. We are up to 161 likes. We lost a few people because they didn't want to hit the like button, and we're back. That's okay.
However, it's not supposed to happen. It's illegal, but no one was arrested. 153 times, 153 counts. No one was arrested.
This call is from a federal prison.
To this day, and it's been 4 years. I don't even know where the investigation even went because I was told that in the paper, John Lodge had mentioned that it did happen, indeed, and it was an ongoing investigation. Well, it's been 4 years, man. And me nor my attorneys know where the investigation went, what happened.
Notice he's not saying that he's innocent any of these times. He's only talking about Tasha K getting that information. He's not saying at all, I'm innocent of these crimes.
Because if this, what you did, it happened, it actually happened because the search warrant says it. I have the search warrant. My lawyers have the search warrant. You can look it up yourself. And people will see for themselves that this happened. So.
Wow.
1 second, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
And it just makes you wonder, who allowed this person to just retire after it was done? Why was there no arrest made? Why was there no charges brought? Why no consequences? And in my heart, I just believe that, If you just retire, it just disappears. If you're arrested, then it becomes a court case. Then it becomes public. Then it opens up whatever it opens up. But
Okay.
well, it explains that,
What's
but it don't explain who gave you the authority, who gave you the authorization to just go about your business.
That part.
You know, if you pull a person over and they were speeding and the police pull them over and they crash their car and hurt somebody, it's up to the police to give them the authorization to just keep it moving and don't arrest them. So if she did just go about her business, it's like, why would she get to just go about her business, or why would she just get to retire? And I'm not trying to throw nobody under a bus or have people arrested and ruin their life. I just feel like I'm buried alive in a casket, so I'm kicking, don't give a damn what's going on.
So I agree with you, Jessica. Inmates do have rights. I just don't feel bad in any way for R. Kelly. If the woman who violated his rights gets arrested and it's found out that Tasha K played a role in that, then I think the justice system should work. But if he thinks that this technicality is going to like vindicate him and, you know, he gets out of prison like Bill Cosby did on a technicality, I would feel very disappointed in the criminal justice system.
All I know is that this is wrong. It's illegal. And it's not the way court cases are supposed to go. And if there's any, and if my records and stuff can be illegally hacked into or stolen and shared, then who else are they doing this to? How many people is this happening to? And one more minute, man. If you want, I can call back at some point today or tomorrow and wrap it up and tell you. Yeah. People are gonna say, some people that hate, or if it's Tasha K, I have nothing against her. This is about my life. I'm trying to get my life back in the right way, in the legal way. I don't have to lie on anybody. I'm not gonna lie on the DOP. As a matter of fact, they wouldn't even allow me to be on this phone if I was on this phone lying. Okay, so whatever people come to you and say or try to combat what I'm saying, there's a search warrant. You cannot go against a judge in a search warrant. The search warrant says and backs up everything I've told you. I got 10 seconds. I appreciate this phone call. Appreciate you listening, man. And, you know, and I hope you're on the right side of history.
The right side of history. What's up, Callie?
Hey, Mims. I just wanted to add, because a lot of people have forgotten about this, including myself, that he actually was let go in Florida on a technicality because they did not have the proper search warrant. I believe the car that they found the evidence in was actually not parked on the property, and the search warrant they had was for the property and not the car. So he actually has gotten off on a technicality before. So I think that in the back of his mind, he's grasping at straws, thinking like, okay, I can find something and it can happen again. But I'm noticing a very alarming trend.
He can't even spell straw.
I'm dyslexic. I can't either. This
That's
is
not
how
from
I
dyslexia.
know.
That's
No,
not
but
from
this
dyslexia.
is how I know that he's full of crap. He can read. He might have learned how to read at an older age, but I think this I can't read stuff is a scam that he runs on people. And there's been multiple people that have worked for him that have come out and said that this is BS.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's just poor me. I was abused. I can't read. The system's after me and all of this stuff. But I'm starting to notice like a really alarming trend where we almost don't want anyone to go to jail for anything. And we cannot live like that. Like a society cannot function like that. We just can't. And it's almost like we want to see people be able to beat the system on these technicalities, even though we know that they're guilty. There is
She's
no
talking
way.
about OJ.
Oh, it's OJ, Tory Lanez. Like this is a trend. Bill Cosby. It just gets to a point where, first of all,
but I will say, Callie, yes, I think all of those people actually did need to be in jail.
Yeah.
But if it is a situation where they feel they can people feel they can arrest black people without following their own rules, that's a problem. Just to throw that out there. You should be following everything by the book.
I honestly think, with the exception,
We are arrested at a higher rate. We have definitely seen the videos where evidence has been planted on black people. We have seen
but
that.
that's not what's happening with these people.
No, I get what you're
now
saying.
Is that we don't understand how to differentiate.
I get what you're saying, but I just wanted to point out that there are a lot of instances where black people are criminalized when they are innocent, and where we are policed more than other races, other nationalities, and things of that nature. But no, people who, violate, minors and things of that nature definitely need to be under a prison.
I just feel like we have hopped over to a fence where we feel like we should protect every single black person that is accused of something, and that there is no possible way that they could be guilty. I feel like there's a huge subset of people who now feel that way, whether if they realize it or not. I was really young when the initial tape came out with R. Kelly, so I have moments where I sometimes think about this, and I'm like, how did we, not just the black community, society as a whole, allow this man to run around for all these years? This man was clearly on tape abusing a child. I mean, I kind of want
Kawana Mitchell to go ahead and click the link. Kawana Mitchell's been in the chat.
You're not going to convince me that. And then the documentary, I understand it confused a lot of people because they included a lot of adult women in there that were willingly participants in some depraved things, and tried to make it seem like it was the same thing that would happen with the 14-year-old. And so I think a lot of people saw bits and pieces of that documentary and they got really confused. I do think that the documentary did help bring awareness because a lot of people had sort of forgotten about this. But I do think that there were some information that was sort of presented in a confusing way, where there are a lot of people who just saw a clip here, a clip there, and was like, okay, these women were adults and they willingly did this. Because it's kind of like all mixed together. And now we find out that some of these women were not adults. That's why he's in jail, for transporting a minor across state lines. So
very early on in my YouTube career, when I was doing my confession series, a woman reached out to me who was one of the people that he would like go to high schools and things and try to pick up women, and used his celebrity to do it. And she was one of those girls, and we could never figure out a good way for her to come on and, talk about it. But I totally believe that minors were involved.
Well, this is another thing. We all know that he was going up to this high school until he was finally stopped. We all know that he would frequent this McDonald's until it was finally stopped. Like, for people to still be acting like he shouldn't be in jail is a very disturbing to me. But I will say, with this whole thing, to be honest with him, he's in a bucket of, I don't care what happens to him as long as they don't let him out of jail. He's in that bucket of people to me where I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if somebody stole his records. I don't care what they do to him. Just keep him in jail. And he needs to be sort of kept isolated in jail a little bit so he's not abusing those men in there. And so that's just how I feel. Because when I'm serious, there's people do that. When people have this within their personality, it doesn't just go away because they're in jail. It doesn't. And he's still a celebrity. And there's still some idiots that will, allow him to get away with things because he's R. Kelly. I mean, but when you said he had these mansions are gone because he was paying people off, because he was doing something wrong to have to pay people off. Like, R. Kelly should still be living in a mansion. He should still have all of his success. He did these things.
I'm really surprised. One of my friends is a broker and was showing me R. Kelly's mansion in Atlanta. And I'm just like, it wasn't bad, but it was only 1.9. Like, that's crazy.
Well, I think the mansion in Atlanta came after he started having to pay people off. It wasn't in the beginning when he was like balling. Because
it was a nice estate. That's why I'm saying I'm surprised it's only 1.9 currently, like presently today.
Is it in actual Atlanta or is it in the boonies somewhere?
No, it's in Atlanta.
Huh. Is it in actual Atlanta?
Oh, Brown Magic. I think you're listening to us, so you're gonna have to turn off the
Brown Magic.
Thank you, Brown Magic. And 1 second, Autumn LA says, I agree with Callie. Hi, Mims. Hey, Autumn. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. And Fatima, thank you so much for joining the membership. We're gonna have some fun members only lives coming up. Just, you know, your boy's tired. I'm wore out. I'll be working weekends again starting this weekend, probably going through mid-February. But I'm still gonna be giving you guys daily content. So Brown Girl Magic. Where do you stand on this? You muted yourself.
Okay, so I was saying that. How's everybody?
Hey, welcome to the channel. I think this is your first time calling in, right?
Yes, but I'm not new to the channel. I'm always in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that. So that's my son. Sorry. So I'm saying I don't disagree at all or feel bad for him at all. I just feel like it's so common for the criminal justice system to do what they want and without consequences. It happens a lot. Like I was explaining, my nephew is dealing with brother got killed and he happened to be in the car and was charged with the murder. And the things that he have to deal with in there while he's fighting his case, they do whatever they want, no consequences. And I just don't agree with that part of it. But I just wanted to be clear in saying that I don't feel bad for him. I do agree. But there is something needs to be done about what was allowed that to happen to him. Something needs to be done. Absolutely.
I agree with you. I do think it sets a bad precedent when, because somebody is a horrible person, somebody could get away with violating their rights. You, as a correctional officer, as a police officer, as a doctor, as a lawyer, as a judge, you are required to there's a term for it, but basically you have a obligation to follow the law because you are, you're supposed to be the protector of the law. And if you're not doing that, you need to be prosecuted. I just don't want him to get out because somebody violated his rights.
I don't think that's going to happen. Even with that, I doubt that that's going to happen. He still has other cases he's fighting, right? Like that alone.
He's like multiple cases.
Right. So I don't think that alone could be enough for them to say, okay, his conviction is overturned. If that's what he's thinking, he's sadly mistaken, but I don't see that happening. But I think that was the point of him calling Storm. So when you kept saying, he does sound like a 10-year-old trying to articulate himself. I agree with that, but I think that was the point of the conversation he was having with Storm, was that they were violating his rights. They were allowed to do this. This is why Tasha K was knowing things before everybody else. And you understand what I'm saying? Like that, I think that was the point of the conversation.
I understand that, we do need to make sure that they are not abusing the system, but I think that we need to find people that are actually possibly innocent or just in the wrong place at the wrong time to use as examples and not somebody like him.
See, I disagree. I don't think that matters.
I'll say this. If who's that guy, the one who had the whole island dedicated to young people,
Epstein,
and then he mysteriously checked out.
I'm saying that man was given the ability to go home. He was fully in prison, and initially, before the story really got out, he was allowed to return home to do business work and stuff like that. I'm just saying how they treat them is not how they treat us.
Absolutely, because money talks. And we all know R. Kelly was fresh out of that by the time he was Well, as we know, we don't really know what his finance was like.
That's
so
what
I'll take that back.
one man in the documentary said. The only reason why he's in jail is because he's broke. I don't know if this was a reporter or who this man was, but he said, look, in America, this is how the justice system works. Typically, if you have enough money, you can buy your way out of it. The reason
and
why
I think that's how he was allowed to get away with it. Not to interrupt, but I think that's how he was allowed to get away with it in the beginning, because his career was at its height during that time and not so much during this last trial. So if he had some money, it wasn't, let's say, Epstein money. I do believe that. But going back to you saying you think it should be another example, I disagree. I think every inmate has a right, guilty or not. Their rights should be upheld like everyone else's.
No, I don't think if you mess with kids, I think that's a totally different thing. And I actually think they should be treated differently from other prisoners.
Well, no, I mean, there's a standard. We are in America. There is a standard, and we expect that people in positions of authority
held to a different level,
the standard that they set.
Right.
So I disagree. Even if you are somebody
guilty.
who did that, if you're guilty, then you need to, be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. But you cannot violate their rights in prison.
Right.
I'm sorry, that woman needs to be prosecuted. And if Tasha K played any part in that, then whatever the law says needs to happen to her as well. That's
and I agree, and I like Tasha K.
I'm just a little bit worried that something is going to be overturned. Maybe not all his convictions. But
there's no way his convictions can be overturned by that.
Bill Cosby.
A lot of things.
Bill Cosby's did.
Well, Bill Cosby had already cut a plea deal and said he did it. And see, this is the problem with Bill Cosby. If Bill Cosby had not tried to come after that comedian, he would have never gone to jail in the first place. He opened this whole can of worms because he did not like people saying what he was doing, even though it was an open secret that many people knew about. But if you dare say it, he would try to sue you. Yeah, it was something legal that happened with Wendy Williams. It was something that happened with D.L. Hughley as well. And
when he called Wendy at the radio station, and he called Wendy's boss,
that DL was paid.
I remember that.
Now, I don't know if that's true. It could be just gossip. But I was told that DL Hughley was paid off, and there was a settlement back in the day between him and Bill Cosby. So this had been going on for years, that he had been suing anybody who dared mention this, even though pretty much everybody knew he was doing this.
But there's a lot of people in Hollywood that do it, and okay, we can say that I can't remember the guy that they prosecuted, but it's supposed to be a secret in Hollywood, but we all know that happens. I personally think there is some agenda to bring every Black iconic man down. I do believe that, because Bill Cosby wasn't doing anything that any other producer or executives in Hollywood wasn't doing. Not saying that it was right. I wasn't right at all.
Brown girl. Now, brown girl. Everybody wasn't doing that. Now, maybe the Hugh Hefners were able to get away with doing that with the Quaaludes and everything that he did to all those women. But I don't think everybody was doing it. But I do think that.
Well, it's a good amount. I'll take that back. I'll agree. Not everybody, but a good amount.
They're not predators. I really do. I don't think most Black men are predators. I just think that these people, they happen to be predators, and they were able to. I mean, Harvey Weinstein is not Black.
That's the name I was thinking of, Harvey Weinstein.
And they got him, but I'm gonna tell you what happened with
I don't
Harvey
think he would have been got if it wasn't. If I think something happened to where he had to be pushed out to where.
I'm getting ready to tell you guys what happened. He started to do things to women who did not need anything from him. It was just like random women at restaurants and stuff. Like, you would get up to go to the ladies' room, and he would corner you and pull out his, what. He started doing things like that. That is what caused that domino effect to happen. It's one thing for you to harass somebody that's trying to get a job from you, that needs something from you, and you can barter with them and shut them up. It's another thing for me, a random woman, going to a restroom, and you corner me coming out the restroom and pull your stuff out.
And I
You know
heard
what
it
I
was small, crooked, and the skin was peeling off of it.
That's what I heard too. That is what caused MC. Once he started doing that and people started reporting that type of behavior, then the other women from the workplace started coming out.
So what leads
that
up
is
to
what
that?
happened.
That don't just happen. You have to be built up to get to a level of comfort to
Because he
go
was
to
getting
get there.
away with it so much, he started
Yeah.
thinking he could do it to everybody.
I think a lot of
That's what
celebrities
happened.
do that. Look at Tory Lanez. Why wouldn't you think that you could beat up August or beat up whomever or do whatever to anybody when you've gotten away with it? And there is a certain thing that comes with celebrities.
Right, absolutely.
Like you would just be surprised. I remember I was hanging with a low-level celebrity years ago, and I was in New York, and we were going to all these different clubs, and all she had to do was say, "Oh, I'm so and so," and we all like got in for free. The way that America really just like opens the doors for and says you can do whatever you want to people with the name value, a blue check, some type of money, like. It is insane what you can do. And the fact
Okay,
that he
what
was
did you
able to get
call it?
away
What
with
is a
it,
low level celebrity?
like
I know what
somebody
you
who
mean,
has been on television, but you don't know their name, but you might know
Like
them by
Lisa
face.
Rinna is a low
but
level
yeah,
celebrity.
I know what you mean. I just
Like
thought that was
somebody
funny.
like
Like that was a little breeze.
Hey,
But
Sunflower.
even though she's not a offender, the same thing happened with Lisa Rinna. People started gassing her up, and she completely lost her mind.
Oh, thank you so much, Gmom, for becoming a member. I promise you guys we're gonna do some members only stuff. I promise we're gonna do some members only stuff. Thank you for joining the membership. Sunflower.
I'm about to become a member, Mims. Hey.
Me too.
Yeah. Like I'm just new to YouTube in general, but I just want to hop on here really quickly because I saw you in live. You did a video the other day with Lisa Rinna and Funky Dineva.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I rewatched that so much. It gets me through today.
Thanks.
I love your chat. I just want y'all to keep telling y'all business. I was over on Gabor's channel. I told everybody to do the same. Y'all don't know how much you spice up my life in, being the only chocolate chip in the cookie where I work. So I just want to keep everyone encouraged to keep telling your business, keep coming to Mims. He seems to be a really great platform. Let us all out here know what's going on in the world.
We spend over $100 a month on shopping online.
Oh, I appreciate that, Sunflower. I mean, don't.
Okay.
Did you ever call into Gabor's channel like a few months back?
I don't know. I only started calling in recently, but I do go to Gabor's channel a lot. Yeah, for sure. I'm the Baccarat level. Remember?
Did you have a Jeep?
Yes.
That is that you, Sunflower?
Yeah, I had a Jeep. I mean, I don't have a Jeep anymore, but yeah, it got messed
Sunflower,
up.
I totally want to interview you. You dated a doctor, right?
No, like let me tell y'all, like I be on YouTube kicking it up, but I have a real professional life.
I do too. I literally do too. I literally do have a real life, but that was you, right? With the doctor?
That was my ex. No, we're talking about the new guy now. Mim, this is the only guy in my life. Like, but those are my exes, yeah.
I totally want to interview you about your exes.
Interview me about my exes?
Yes. If you remember, I was on with Gabor that day when you called in, and I stopped Gabor's whole chat. I stopped his whole channel. I said, the real story is Sunflower's story.
Oh, I will never be that bold to tell like my real business. Like, I mean, I do talk a lot, but not for real, because I'm not that hard to track down. I'm the only me. I'm really not that hard to track down. But yeah, like if you guys want to talk about the real, I don't mind doing that, like giving some feedback and stuff like that. Callie, I be hearing you sometimes, girl, and I be feeling you hustling backwards. I just got off live. You said there are no men out here, Callie. That is a lie. Do
There's,
not
you
believe.
know what? In all honesty, I really think that people, if they really stop to think about it, it's not a whole bunch of men out there.
Oh, Callie, it's raining men everywhere. What do you mean? The men will pay your bills. Callie, all you got to do is sit there and be pretty. Callie, you got the nice hair, lovely skin. I know you said like the age group, but Callie,
But it's not about, I think what people are misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about this general numbers. I'm not talking about sexual preference. I'm not talking about, you know, any other thing. I'm talking about the amount of just general amount of men. Typically, when I go out, I see a lot of women and just a few men. Not like I just see a whole bunch of men.
Not me calling you sunflower. Listen, Callie, I'm gonna challenge this. Because you know I solve problems. Okay, let me tell you this. My mom is 58 and always has a smile on her face. There are lots of people out here. Okay, I'm really a relationship person, and I've never.
Oh, see, I'm not. See, that's the thing. I'm not a relationship person at all.
Oh
like,
no, wifey material.
I will never live with
Callie, she is trying to set you up on game. She knows all the men.
I don't know. No. I don't know all the men. Okay. Let me tell you this. I don't know if you knew this, man, but I did go to like for grad school. I went to a medical university, so that's where that came. Is more proximity.
I got you.
Yeah, but Callie, like, I mean, I'm sorry. I just saw the live and I hopped on, and I just want to encourage you, Callie. Like, you got this skin is too pretty to just be sitting at home saying there's no men. No.
No, I mean, when I say that there's no men, I'm not talking about men approaching me. I'm not talking about the quality of men. I'm talking about this literal numbers.
Where are
like
you?
If we were to go and count into a room and count,
Callie,
it's majority of women.
Callie, I thought okay. All right, let's do my current life because it's the only my life. But I will tell you two places that I found a man. Number one, walking down the streets of DC. Number two, the supermarket. So I don't understand what you say when there are no men.
Yeah, see, I only see men at the supermarket if they with a woman, or if they're not.
That didn't stop Portia.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I don't really see. This is a great example. I don't necessarily go to the supermarket and see a bunch of single men that are walking around in the supermarket. I don't see that.
All right, Callie.
If there's not a ring, he's available.
No. I don't go to Whole Foods and it's a whole bunch of single men up in Whole Foods.
I got you. All right, Callie. I'm gonna tell you this, okay? I earn a lot, right? So I have like, let's say proximity, right? So number one, if you're going to certain places and you're not seeing a guy, you have to ask yourself, like, what does the kind of guy you're looking for? What would he do, right? For me, I love people who can teach me something. Okay, I love that. So let's say you're into a guy who likes businesses. Cal, you better buy coffee at Barnes and Noble every Saturday. Let's say that you like.
There's no. I'm telling you guys. I am.
Listen,
almost 40 years old. I have tried all of this, and this recently dawned on me that you can't meet a man that's not there. They're just not there.
Hold on 1 second. Jessica Marie, thank you so much for joining the membership. I really appreciate you guys. Every single one of you guys that joined the membership. It is definitely a way to support my channel. I appreciate it. Essence has been chomping at the bit.
Yeah, go.
I just came up here to demand that Sunflower tells her business. That's all. I just came to demand it. Like, don't do that to us.
Sunflower, you need to let me interview you, and you could share just what you want. But you could be letting the people of the world know how to find a good man.
That will not happen. Like, my boyfriend don't even know I'm running my mouth out here on YouTube. Like,
nobody knows I'm on here. I don't know anybody that follows me.
But like,
in real life.
No, I'm dead serious.
I'm telling you, this literally happened to me yesterday. I called a good friend that I had not spoken to in years to kind of fill her in on my friend that had the stroke because she also knew her. Oh. And the first thing out of her mouth was, she said my government name, and she said, "You have a YouTube channel?" And I was like, wait, what? And she went on to say that she found me. She loves DJ Richie Sky. She loves Kimpire. And I said, oh, so you're going to subscribe? And she explained to me she has a, I can't say the type of career, but she doesn't want it's Black excellence. We'll say that.
Me too.
And she was like,
Yeah,
I won't sign in. I watch you guys, but I won't sign into a YouTube.
So what I'm saying is like,
I'll just make a alias. Like I have like this is like my account is, my name is not attached to it at all. So if you
but your YouTube channel is attached to something that is
no, it's not, because I'm not monetized or anything.
But like, what you want to?
Like my job, they are on our socials. Like I have a professional job as well, and they know what you're doing, and I'm always really careful about what I watch as well on YouTube because I don't want them to think that I'm aligned with certain thought processes.
There is a way to create an account that does not have your name on it.
No, what I'm
saying, your email.
Yeah, you can create an account that does not have your name on it.
Even my account doesn't have my name on it, but I will tell you that a coworker came up to me and whispered my YouTube name, and I was like, wait, what?
That just means that your channel is growing.
I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that. I mean, not that I do anything crazy on YouTube, but like this started off as kind of like just a hobby and a way to get over, you know, my issues with the way I looked on camera. And
you're so cute.
I know.
It's just my personal, it's like my personal thing. But the fact that my coworkers knew about it, I'm like, okay, what did I say last night? And then I was like, it took a minute for me to get accustomed. And now another coworker has came up and told me, hey, you know, I saw you. And I'm like, oh, you saw me where? And she's YouTube. I'm like,
oh my God.
They say it like it's a bad word.
Like, no, that
you
one.
know, there was a lawyer on YouTube who was a part of the Free Britney movement, and her job like got really intertwined with what she was doing online. So even though she was under like an alias, and it was like, you know, that's just her personal me time and stuff like that, just regular blogging and stuff, but her job actually pulled her in the office and, you know, basically told her that they had acquired like an account or something related to like her business people, and they asked her to stop like making content about it.
Well, because she was talking about something that had to do with legal stuff. And
I would never say I work for John Hopkins.
She wasn't speaking about legal stuff at all. It was
Free Britney was a legal situation,
but she wasn't reporting. She wasn't reporting in any way that would.
It doesn't matter. She's still an attorney talking about something that has to do with a legal situation. If she worked for me, I don't think
I disagree. I disagree slightly. I think that
y'all making me nervous.
No, girl, stop. You know what happened? The powers that be over in BS's camp, they didn't really want like any attention to her freedom, period.
What I'm saying is that I may or may not be very close to the powers that be.
Right, I know what you're saying. I understand.
I mean, that would be like if you were like a nurse or something, and you started talking about medical advice that was maybe not proven.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
But she wasn't giving legal advice. She wasn't speaking on legalities at all. She was speaking about the way that she feels that Britney Spears has changed, and just basically like saying her observations about how she looks as a person and stress, like, you know, and stuff like that.
She's still an attorney saying that, and that's a legal situation.
I guess she.
You see what I'm saying?
Cheryl wants the people to know, Callie, you can actually. She found her man on the side of the road.
Love it.
So you don't have to go to Starbucks.
On the side of the road. What was he doing on the side of the road? Oh,
she found her man on the side of the road. Gay Nail, I think she's far back. She's probably talking about his feet. So, ladies, are feet a deal breaker?
That's polish. Yes. I honestly 100% think that's toenail polish.
It is a deal breaker.
You know why I say it's toenail polish? Because it's all the same uniform color. If you had some type of injury or fungus or whatever, it wouldn't all be the same exact color like that. That's
but would you paint them brown?
No
If
taste.
you ain't got no taste, yes.
Okay.
They're trying to do like this brown, this gold on brown two-tone thing. I think the stylist probably painted on brown, to be honest.
I don't want my man with paint, period.
You know what? This is my personal opinion. I don't think that this man likes what we have, ladies.
Who is that?
I don't. And I think that's why Gabrielle is over there doing what she's doing.
Oh, that's Dwayne.
She thinks she can turn him. And there are some women who believe that.
Like, I don't know.
Like turn him around and go to town with the tongue.
You know what I'm trying to say, Mims. I'm trying to keep it PG. She thinks that if
I'm demonetized for this video. You can say what you want.
These things, then he'll be happy with me not having the proper equipment. You know what I mean? I think what's happening
Y'all,
over there.
No, just like Mims and Gabor, I am a virgin. Okay, so like, tell me more about these equipments that y'all be talking about.
She's insinuating that he may or may not like.
Keep it PG.
Yeah. Like an extra, like a flashlight, like Mia from.
No, he might not even like the cat.
I don't think that he's gay. That's what she's trying to say. I don't think he's gay.
Come on now.
No, I really don't think he's gay. I think what has happened is there's a lot of people who feel comfortable just being who they are in present day, and some people might be more on the feminine side. I don't get a feminine side from him. I just get he is more open. He doesn't care what he wears if he likes it.
But
you see a lot of basketball players are now wearing what they want. They carry the man bags. It doesn't make them gay. They probably still like vagina.
There's something about his energy, and I'm not a reader. I don't read.
I can tell you
that. But sometimes I can pick up certain energies.
No,
there is something about his energy that I'm sorry, man.
Callie, listen, Callie.
You know, Robin is more masculine, but I don't think she's gay.
But
I think Robin might dabble.
I'm gonna tell adjacent business, okay, not mine. But there are people who like have a lot of money and like have a lot of access, and from my perspective or what I've noticed, sometimes they just get bored. And
no, I think that if he was able to live his life the way he had wanted to live his life since he was younger, I think he would be with someone with different equipment. And that is what I think. I'm basing this on some of the things that he has said and some of the things that his wife has said.
Well, let me just say this. Gabrielle's the type of woman who would buy whatever equipment her man needed if she doesn't.
And I think that's what she's doing. That's what I mean by turning him.
But no, that's
you know what I mean?
Like, hang on one second. Like for me personally, does this happen? No, it does not, right? For the person with it does not. But for me, if it's like if this is how he is and this is how she is and they're fitting together, I love this. I don't have any problems at all. So I feel like just saying, oh, he is wanting something else, that doesn't make sense to me, because my thing is he has the money and access to have it regardless, right? Like,
well, it's not necessary. He might have it somewhere else.
And when he did choose to cheat, he chose to cheat with the woman and had that oops baby. I don't
that
think
we
gay.
know of. That we know
like,
of. And also, some people don't want to admit it to themselves. I'm telling y'all, this
like Callie,
I feel like they are full of shit. This man is not.
Look, I have my limits, and I don't expect for my man to pass those limits. And I also will not suppress my limits either. So if certain guys I wouldn't even pursue just because of their aesthetic. Like I don't want.
What do you mean?
Like red flags with him.
You want to go for you wouldn't go for Portia's man?
Florida Evans.
Somebody else said that about him, and I'm not too familiar with him.
Me for sure.
Look, I don't know about him.
I need with Portia's man. Aside from the fact he's been married 50 times, he honestly, literally is not my type.
But that's the thing. What I'm trying to say, right? For me personally, like I like what I like, right? I don't really sit and worry what whatever everyone else likes, because I just know like my energy attracts exactly what's for me. So for me, like let's say there's someone and I'm with them and they have like a different preference or so, like within my relationship, I don't think it would happen, but I'm saying within my relationship, I feel like it's my relationship. I define what those terms are. Right? That's how I think. right?
But you
Because
know what I feel? You know what I think the issue that I have with these two? I feel like it's a little bit of. I honestly feel like it's a beard situation. I feel like
but
it's some fraud going on, and they coming out here trying to act like we this power couple, we got this great marriage, and I think it's fake.
But I don't think that any of us really have an issue with them because we're not with them, right? Like I think it's more of you're trying to fit him into what you would want, right? Like what you're.
No. I just don't
definitely
like
don't think
Gabrielle.
that
I
man
think
is
she's full of
gay.
shit. I think that she is full of a lot of BS.
But I agree with Mims.
And I think that she's very phony.
He has
That's what the
because
issue
wait,
is.
I got a question.
It's
Wait,
not about what I would want.
serious question, Callie. This is Mims gone dark. So I got a question.
Oh,
If you
Lord.
were a guy, right, and you had to, not saying this is my situation or anything, it's not like, but if you were with a guy, right, like, and you had to use a tool on that guy, just the two of you for the rest of your lives, right? Do you think that that person is?
Yes. Yes, I
No.
do.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. That would turn me off. I would lose interest in that
I
person.
would, yes, Sunflower.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I wouldn't be
that's not
interested in
you.
that person sexually anymore. We could be friends.
Okay.
I mean, I still care about you.
Do you
but
think
we're just
he
not
is straight and
compatible
narrow?
But for
Callie,
me,
is he on the straight and narrow?
this is how I see
Yeah,
it.
no,
Like,
I'm not.
hang on one
There,
second. Do
once
this.
I get like turned off, I'm turned off. I'm a
Okay,
Gemini.
I have a question, Callie. I have a
just
question
move
for
on
you.
like that.
Since we're going personal and we're going after dark.
Maybe
Okay,
not.
so we all know that Gabrielle and Vivica Fox are now very open about licking
and sticking.
bussy. We'll use Gabor's term, bussy. What if you got into a relationship and your man wanted to try something like that? Would that be a deal breaker for you?
We're not sexually compatible. I don't find that sexy.
But
I don't. I'm not trying to
hang on.
be homophobic, anything like that. I just don't find that sexy.
But
That
Callie,
is not something that I find to be sexual at all. It's
you and I are
very
actually
gross.
alike, right? But I'm saying this: you and I are alike. It's just I feel like it's not for me personally, but if I knew two people like of the opposite sex where they did those things, I wouldn't think of the guy as gay because he's only with her. That's how I view this stuff, right? Like, what do you think about that?
I think that there are a lot of women who are in denial until the man comes home and says, "You know what? I'm leaving. I'm going to go be with Jim." That's what I think. And
Maybe
I
I'm
think
just very liberal.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm just extremely liberal.
Have you ever heard
but
the song Bill? It usually, that's how those situations usually end. And usually what I think happens, it doesn't come out of nowhere. There's all these signs, but the woman just doesn't want to accept it until the man finally leaves and says, "You know what? I want to live in my truth. I'm sorry. I'm not attracted to you like that. I'm leaving."
But like,
I just one that happened the first season on that show with Angela Bassett's character. And
Hold
it was
on one
all
second.
these signs, but she kept excusing it away, explaining it away until he finally left.
I want to find you a good man, but I think that we've reached a point in society where we just talked about Funky and his entanglement with a man and a woman, or like a couple, a married couple, and the woman was fine with it. Over the holiday, I found this show called We Are Here, and it's like drag queens going to like rural communities. And at first I was like, this show is stupid. Not stupid per se, but it just...
Are they performing?
No, they weren't performing, and some of the people were it made me angry. The show wasn't stupid. The people who they were trying to speak to were like small town, and they were saying things to them and touching them and inappropriate, and it was making me angry. The show wasn't stupid. Conceptually, I guess it was supposed to be like To Wong Fu. Thanks for everything.
I was gonna say it's like the reality show of To Wong Fu.
It was, but it was like, for me, watching one of these news stations that's completely, geared one way. It made me mad until I saw this instance where it was like a very older couple. I was about to say old. It was an older couple, and they were in love with each other, and the man decided to transition to being a woman, and they stuck together. They're still married. They're still in love. And what I took away from that was we've reached a point where things were so strict and rigid with sexuality and the way that we, especially Americans, perceive sexuality and what was right and what was wrong. And people are gradually saying, I'm going to do what I like. There are men who dress as women. I think they're specifically considered a transvestite. If dressing as a woman, gets your rocks off, but you still like actual women, there are people out there like that. There's probably somebody in the world, a female, who will match your energy and want to be with you. So for Callie, I get it. You probably want something more traditional, but I can't say that I'm not happy to see that people are moving in the direction of just doing what, I mean, people are moving in the direction of doing what they like or doing.
I kind of think we're talking about two different things. I understand people who are honest and genuine, but some people are not honest. Some people are using people and leading people on until they get bored or they decide they want to live in their truth or what have you, and they just destroy this person. And if you look back, all the signs were there. You just did not want to accept it. Now this person has decided that they want to live in their truth and they want to go live their life, and you're sitting there looking like an idiot.
Wait,
I think you're talking about the down low man, and I think that was really,
so that's
I think that was really prevalent in the 90s and the 2000s. No, I'm talking about the progression from that, right? Because potentially,
I think that there's still men doing that.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about the progression away from that, when you can have somebody who's in a happy relationship and married to a woman and interested in that woman, but you have like a funky and they're open and honest about it. I'm saying that is what I've seen the progression to be.
Can I
comment?
Right? To be honest, I knew an older couple where the man was gay. He was married to a woman. We all knew he was gay. And these people had to be in their 70s. And this was maybe 15 years ago. I don't even know if they're still alive, but they traveled together.
I don't know if they're still alive.
Yeah, I mean, like, these people were older. These people were really older. Everyone knew that this man was gay, but he was married to this lady. She was his best friend. She was his partner in life. They did everything together. They even dressed alike sometimes. So I mean, I've seen that before, but I've also seen the husband come home and say, you know what, I'm going to go be with Bill.
Got it. So can I ask you, if you don't mind? So like Callie, I understand Callie, like personally, like my personal preference is like I'm straight, right? Like I'm attracted to straight guys and stuff like that. But like what was the turning point for me was I saw an older couple where it had just shocked someone related to a friend of mine, right? And it just shocked me. This older couple were just explaining like they mentioned something where she's with the tool, and that's where a light bulb clicked for me, where it was just like not like born like she was just using equipment, I should say, and that's where a light bulb clicked for me, like, oh, there are women that.
But maybe they're into that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. Was her name Candy Burrs?
Into that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So like since that point, for me, Callie, like I know what you're seeing with like guys who are maybe just hiding or something like that. And yeah, that's one way to think about it. But like I actually saw a successful couple and they could break up if they wanted to, but they just wanted to be with each other and do those things. So in that moment I said, you know what, there's a gray area where people are just comfortable like that.
Well, I would say maybe that's something that they were just into. But what I have seen happen more likely in reality is that this woman just doesn't want to accept that this man is gay until the man finally leaves.
I don't know, but let's talk.
And I've seen that happen even in my own personal life. I've seen that happen. So I mean, we cannot act like this is not a thing. And that doesn't happen. That happens to a lot of women.
Y'all, we are giving you a whole different kind of show, a show that I did not expect to be giving you. So definitely, please hit the like button if you have just come in. G-Mom has joined the membership, and now she is saying this is a wild conversation. I don't really know how the train went off the tracks these last 2 days.
I'm so
sorry.
We
were trucking along, making it do what it do, and the train has gone, as Diva would say, the train has gone off the track.
Mims, I'm so sorry. Like,
no, I mean, it is what it is.
There are people that are into all sorts of things, to answer your questions. that people are into all sorts of things, but I'm saying the likelihood of what most likely happens in these situations is that the woman just doesn't want to accept that this man
right.
is
The reason why
not.
I'm asking you, Kylie, a
Yeah.
lot because like you have strong convictions, and usually when people have strong convictions, I'm just curious to think about what.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
That's okay. Yeah. So I just like to pick their brains, and that's why I'm asking Callie. Like, sorry.
Well, no, I think it's very possible that there could be a couple that they're just into that and that's their kink. But I also think it's more likely that this is a woman that doesn't want to accept reality.
That's true. Okay, well, on to positive notes. Callie, if you had your dream man, like, what are the gifts that you want to get? Like, would you go for like
gifts? Now let's see what
laughing at me. This is why. Hold on, really, really quickly. This is why I have wanted to interview Sunflower. Sunflower has some stories, and you could totally be anonymous, Sunflower. But Sunflower definitely has some stories.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's quiet.
We demand to know.
Not yet. And then hashtag.
Now we're just going with this gifts idea. I like this. No.
Yeah. Wait. You do. Wait, Mims. Is it okay if we like this way? Like, I feel bad. Like, I just came here. I was all excited, and now we went.
No, I mean we got a couple more minutes only because I do have to work this weekend. But I mean, if you had a question for Callie and Callie's willing to answer, go for it.
Great, Callie. So let me tell you this. Number one, the mindset that men are not their dad is a lie. I don't know who told you that. That person lied to you, and your eyes are lying on you.
No one told me this. I just really sat back and thought about it. I said, wait a minute.
If we went
in here.
No, Callie, if and I walked into the same places that you walked into, I'm looking with different eyes and a different perspective. I will walk out with a boyfriend. So I feel like we need to open up our thoughts.
But
and
for me, it's not even necessarily about me meeting a man. I just started observing that, wait a minute, there are hardly no men in here.
But so Callie,
you know what I mean?
No, but I got a question. Callie, like, what attracts you? Do you like strong masculine energy? That's my thing. So is it like
are you attracted to Robin is what she's saying?
Yeah, are you attracted
to Robin? Robin is a mess.
That's too
Robin is a mess.
Strong masculine.
No, I don't even think Robin is as masculine as you guys are trying to make her out to be. I just think it's her body type.
That's true. Because what? The whole situation, the licking, the sticking, and the sipping on the chocolate pudding. The reason why that was intriguing to me is because the person that they were talking about, Funky, love him to death, but he doesn't give me that energy, right? So I was just so shocked that when
I feel like this is a trend that's happening amongst, I'm not saying this is a mass of gay men doing this, but I have noticed that there are some gay men that want to experiment with women. And I've even seen them say that, oh, if a woman wants to sleep with me, she's just homophobic.
But I wasn't
gay.
So this is a thing that's happening.
No, I wasn't focused on the guy's part. I was more interested in the woman. Like, lady, tell me what your brain is like that you just think like tasting this is gonna be amazing,
oh my God, you're talking specifically about what Funky said.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was talking to about, and Callie was talking about the dude and women and dude, and I was like, Callie, you missing the whole point. There's a woman out there who wants to taste it, and I was like, well,
taste what?
No,
no, we can't say that. You gotta use your imagination.
I'm already demonetized.
Okay, that's true.
I hope not.
Taste the peach?
Keep it PG.
No.
No, it's because I put R. Kelly in the title and Tasha K. And anytime I put I put either of them in the title, YouTube automatically.
Is there a way to be monetized if you put that it's for people over a certain age?
No, if you do that, there's a way to make it 18 and up specifically, but then that limits the amount of people it goes out to.
Okay. Yeah. I know that there were some people that were doing that. I just didn't know what the background was, but yeah, R. Kelly, it's whatever.
But
But
Callie,
yeah,
be
there's
so
people that have all kind of weird kinks, but I don't think that we should take people that have weird kinks and start making it seem like this is what people are doing. No,
Oh
this
yeah,
is
No,
just
but I think that there's
people
a
with
difference
weird
between that
Yeah.
and saying and then looking down on people who are open and honest about what they like. I think that is those kind of things were frowned upon for so many years. So we're moving to a more accepting space, right? Because gay people couldn't even be gay people in the 50s and
Yeah,
60s.
that's true.
White
Yeah.
interracial couples couldn't be a thing in the 50s and 60s. You know what I mean? So it's just about progressing and saying, if that's what you like, I'm not going to look down on you or persecute you for that. That's
No,
all
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
do what you do. I just don't, as a woman, I think sometimes, we get protective over other women. And I just have seen so many women that act like they're into this kinky thing because they want this man to love them so bad, and the man leaves anyway. It just, we saw
And I
Radio
feel
Princess Love. I don't think she's into women.
We
I just
don't
think that she
know.
thought that would make that man be faithful to her.
I agree with you, Callie. And
Yeah.
I
Hey,
think
Kitty.
to
No, we
men,
haven't talked about the podcast, but if anybody's a fan and watches the show, let Carlos know I would like to be a part of the crew, an interview, and all that. Tell him Mim sent you. Carlos King does have a podcast. Sorry, Essence. The
I was
floor is
going to
yours.
say to your point, like, I appreciate transparency because that can protect me from potentially being with somebody who I wouldn't necessarily want to be with. So I appreciate the transparency in that aspect. I'm personally attracted to men, and I want a man that's attracted to women solely, not being judgmental or anything like that. That's just my preference. So with transparency, at least I know that okay, this is not going to work out for us because that's not something that I'm into, and that's not something that I'm willing to appease. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that becomes acceptable again. What is that? Who that?
Jen Shah celebrates sentencing with lavish Italian dinner party for 20. Jen Shah is celebrating her shorter than expected prison sentence for wire fraud with a Shaw amazing dinner party.
Not Shaw
The
amazing.
Real Housewives star learned her fate, blah, blah, blah. Is dining and boozing with the group of 20 at Italian hotspot Valbella at the park in Midtown. Page 6
Well, they
is
let her
told that
go, so.
I
Page
used to live
6
in
is told the
Salt Lake.
convicted fraudster and her posse are all eating and drinking on the establishment's second floor. She has 2 people standing around her table blocking anyone from taking photos.
Mims, I'm about to tell you something. So I used to live in Salt Lake City, right? Yeah, because there's major XYZ companies there. And I
This is why I need to interview you. What do you
real quick. Let me just say this real quick.
I love it.
There was this guy on the Shaw Squad. There's a guy on the Shaw Squad, and he worked in my office, right? And I was like, bro, never mind. Let's move on. But what I'm saying is like, the
you dated somebody in the Shaw Squad, or
No,
he was telling you the business?
3 people. Like I only dated 3 people in my whole life. Like that's serious.
So he was telling you the business.
Yes, and I don't think everything is what it is, because like the guy on the Shaw Squad, like I saw him on TV, right? Then I came to work and I saw him again, and he just gives me like fluff, and fakery. And I out there in Park City and whatever, they don't really. The people that live in Park City, they are extremely wealthy. I'll give them that, right? Because it's a ski town. But I don't believe when I saw Jen, like I just didn't believe what I saw, mainly because of the environment that Park City really is. That's my 2 cents.
Do you think she really even lives there, or she just came there for the show?
No. So like in Salt Lake City, I'll tell you. You see, this is why I sometimes I get on here and then I start really talking. But in Salt Lake City, like my estimate is that anyone who's lives in Park City where they're shooting all of those things are extremely wealthy, right? Like the one I could believe maybe would be Meredith, because she gives me that stale energy. that
I think her parents are rich.
I don't know.
I really do. She gives
But
that
I'm-
vibe.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think her parents are rich. I think that's how she got that jewelry business.
But what
and
I'm
all
saying
that.
is, when they're talking about partying in Salt Lake City and having a lavish dinner and stuff like that, I feel like that's usually like pompous crap because there's not enough out there, and the
I think
people.
she's in New York, Sunflower.
She's in New York right now.
That's where she got sentenced.
Oh, then I rest my case. I thought she was in like Park City right now because I knew that wouldn't be the.
I mean, they could have flown. She could have flown home, but she got sentenced in New York. So,
I
don't know
have
why
wondered if
anybody
she
would
really
say
actually
I'm a
lives in
stale
Salt Lake City.
cracker.
You know what I mean? All of them
never
kind
seen
of
it.
seem like they have some type of connection to New York. Almost everybody on the show except Heather. So I'm like, do these people really live here, or did they just come here to film this show?
Do they have accents?
No. So like so that's one thing I will say. Like it's like a community of very wealthy people, and it's very strong knit. So like they have some level of wealth, and they share it among each other. So that I believe, right? But the part that like was hard for me to grasp was Jen, because like when I was living out there, it's very hard to break in. It's like doctors, engineers, like super wealthy people that just want to be silent. And usually like it's a bunch of nepotism and stuff like that. So I could see Meredith in that circle, and I can see maybe Lisa because of the religion that they're all tied to. That makes sense to me automatically.
Well, what's the religion they tied to?
I don't know.
Mormon.
Isn't Lisa?
Well, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the show.
No, I don't
Mormon.
think Lisa is. I thought Lisa was
Her
Jewish.
husband.
No, Lisa is Mormon.
Is she?
She converted.
So is there?
You know,
Meredith? There's
Utah.
a Jewish person on the show.
Utah.
Yes, Meredith is Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Utah.
I'm
is a very-
Jewish and I'm super sexy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
And I have so much Botox I can barely talk.
I'm tired of you all talking about my chest plate. Guys, we really do have to
Go,
I
yeah.
gotta work in the morning. This has been really fun. Sassy Girl says, love the content memes. A lot of straight men like peg legging. Jesus.
Not my man.
Here's the thing. It's not a lot. See, okay, this is where I think people think I'm being like prejudiced or something, but I'm not. What I'm trying to say is I think we tend to exaggerate.
No, Pink
things.
Kitty, she's Mormon. Maybe she
Yes,
was
there are
former
people that
Jew,
have
but she's Mormon now.
fetishes and stuff, but that's not a lot of people.
I believe.
You know what I mean?
I believe you, Callie. This is where we stand strong. Like I don't meet.
Yeah,
That's what-
but there are a lot of women who were sitting there crying when that man came home and said, "You know what? I'm leaving the deal, and you should have known it."
But that's why
Callie
there are a lot of
has
women doing
read
that.
how Stella got her groove back too many times. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Well,
that's
you know
why
what?
dating is so important. When you date,
Well, that didn't happen in the movie. That happened in real life.
oh, Lord.
But do you guys? That's another example. Do you guys really think she had no inkling, or that she just didn't want to accept it? My theory
She
is that she thought she
knew,
was
just like
turned
Star
down.
Jones knew.
I don't know, but like
Exactly.
hey guys, like I really appreciate you giving me time to talk, mems. Let me just run my mouth rampant. So sorry. I have to go, and I feel really bad because you have to work in the morning. I hope that you have. I'm about to leave. Till whenever and if ever we could.
Sunflower, hit me up on my DM on Instagram. We will work out a way for you to come up here, talk about some of these stories that you have shared a little bit of, and we can keep you anonymous. My Instagram is Make It Make Sense Now. Hit me up for sure.
Oh, man, really quick.
I'm in chats and talking, but like I think if I talk a little bit too much, then we gonna find
Nobody would know the doctor that you were initially talking about.
Oh my God, I cannot.
But, like, mems, I'm in a real committed relationship with the only man I've ever met in the world. Like, how is this? Like,
we'll work. DM me. We'll talk offline.
Make it
Make it make sense now.
And everything.
But my has my government.
and get a silhouette. You gotta get the
Oh,
silhouette.
I see what you're saying.
Like on YouTube and I chat.
Oh, you could email me. My email is make it make .sense@yahoo.com. But I'm supposed to get an interview, guys. Just FYI, somebody has agreed to interview with me that's actually on television. So on my break tomorrow, I'll be doing a website and buying a domain. So I have like an official email address that's not at Yahoo, because a PR person told me that I have to have that. And if anybody knows a freelance PR person that doesn't mind drafting an email for me, hit me up on my DMs, make it make sense now on Instagram, and I'll potentially hire them to draft the email, because I have to. Bravo requires me to draft an official email so that they can review it before they will allow the person to interview with me. So fingers crossed, but I do need a PR person ASAP.
Yeah, that's really good. News. Congrats. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I hope they come through for you. I hope it works out.
Yeah, but
I was supposed to do this last Friday. I just haven't had the time. I
have a feeling that I know who it is.
It's
so
Giselle.
I hope that
I'm
they
not
come through with some
good.
That's really
I don't count money till it's in my pocket. I don't talk about names until I actually have it secure.
Yeah, but like,
I hope they come through with some.
My desire is not to be famous. Like, I actually have a really, really great real life, so I don't think I would. I will definitely be like, I'll probably like hit the subscribe button and stuff, and maybe hop in some more chats. But I really do not want to be out there like that. But
we'll get you to have a drink and come on one day and get some more information.
And some drink of water, and then I have to be standing in the avatar by myself.
If it was Aunt Bertha, I would be in here screaming it from the rooftops. I don't even know how to do part word.
I guess we were too ratchet for her.
Who?
It's not Aunt Bertha, but I'm excited. They've agreed. I just have to send this email ASAP. So there's a few things I have to do before I send the email, but fingers crossed for me, guys.
Yeah.
You have to go though.
Yeah.
Can I make one request?
Say what?
Can I make one request?
Okay, what's up?
If you remake your intro, can you please leave Bruno Mars in there? When
Bruno Mars isn't in my intro. That's Max.
The little chicken leg duck walk.
That's Maxwell.
Oh my God, that's Maxwell.
Yeah, that is Maxwell.
Maxwell has been doing a booty toot on stage recently, and none of his songs require that. But you know,
yeah, it's very odd. Like, why would Maxwell be doing that? Like, he doesn't have a single song that anyone would be like twerking to.
I'm gonna try to keep switching those things up, but
leave
you're
that one in
saying that
there.
Maxwell needs to stay. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
because
try
the
to keep
Lisa
Maxwell.
Rinna one, no one's gonna know who the hell she is in 6 months. They're gonna be like, "Who is that skinny woman?"
Leave Maxwell up in there because that is hilarious.
I can't believe you thought that was Bruno Mars.
I thought that was.
Is it a coincidence? I asked you. Is it a coincidence?
That was when Nene was trying to be a YouTuber, y'all. All right.
Let's work till this woman works. I gotta go. Have a good night.
Y'all,
Good
this
night,
was
you
crazy.
guys.
I'm never on this late. I had a good time with everybody. I cannot believe it turned into sex talk again.
It wasn't me.
Bye, y'all. We'll end the Maxwell twerking.
Okay. Bye.
Make it make sense. Could somebody please make it make sense?
Big moves. Surfer. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you see. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the